Nick Tumminello here, and I want to give you a quick little tour of what you'll get from T3P. So T3P, if you don't know, it stands for Tumminello Training Templates and Programs. So three T's, Tumminello Training Templates and Programs, T3P. Now, this is heavy on programs, heavy on templates, and really heavy on practical, everything you need to know and nothing you don't about designing effective programs for anybody who walks through your door, any type of client that you work with. So let me give you a quick tour of that. So I'm in the platform right now. So once you purchase the course, you'll get access to the platform. This is what you'll get when you get to the platform. So I'm going to give you a tour. So here on the left, you'll see we have all our modules, right? Principles of practical program design, periodization for personal trainers, and so forth. I'm going to skip that for now. I'm going to cut to where I know you're concerned with first, which is the programs. So we have beginner programs and templates. We have basic hypertrophy programs and templates for training 2 to 3 times a week and for training 4 times a week. We also cover real world strength training. So we have beginner programs, hypertrophy programs. If people are looking to get stronger, we call it real world strength because it's not a powerlifting program. We have templates and programs for 2 to 3 times a week. I'm going to get into more details here in a bit. I'm just giving you the quick overview. And templates for someone's training 4 times a week. Then we have programs for what I call performance hypertrophy. It's where hustle and muscle meet, right? Strength and athleticism meet. It's a hybrid. And we have programs and templates for people who are training 2 to 3 times a week and also training 4 times a week. Why 2 to 3 times a week and or 4 times a week? Because this resource is mainly geared towards trainers, training clients, and most clients that we work with train 2 to 3 times a week with some 4 times a week. And then we have functional fitness. We have functional fitness programs, templates and programs for training 2 to 3 times a week, and functional fitness for training 4 times a week. The functional fitness is also fat loss programming. Really, fat loss is about diet. So that's a two-in-one there. Now, let's get into the specifics of what those are. So let's go on functional fitness, for example. So when you click, so I'm clicking here, Module 7, Part 2, Functional Fitness, 2 to 3 times a week, templates, and samples, meaning sample programs. So when you click that, you get this drop down. You see that drop down there? Now, here's all the resources just in this module. So we have a template overview. That's a video of me teaching you how the template is designed, the template that you'll use to design programs. So if you click that video, and the video will start playing.
All right. Now,
so now it's me
conditioning
talking,
template.
And you can fast forward through it. All right, so I give you an explanation of the template there. Now you have a download of that template, and it's modifiable. Then I have the sample program. We have a sample program video.
I have to say, these are my favorite programs because this
Okay, I'm just fast forwarding a little bit. And then we have the download of the sample programs. By the way, this is how we roll for all of these: hypertrophy, real world strength, beginner, and so forth. So now you have the blank template that you would use. I have an overview video for that.
All right, this is the one I'm most excited about to show you.
All right, and I give you all the details so you know not just how to use it, but why to use it. So you're learning by doing. And then you have downloads of all of the different templates, all the different phases, or template for all the different phases used. So same thing here. Let's just jump to a different one here. Let's go to hypertrophy. So module 4, part 2. So I click on that, and then you see the drop down. So here I'm going to click off of it, and then watch. Here's the drop down. So all the resources are right there. So you're going to have the template overview video and then the template download. So I explain everything along the way, step by step. So all your questions are answered. So if you want to just download the template, you would just click there and then instantly download it, and you can start using it. Sample program. You can download the file here.
So remember, these are A-B.
And now I'm explaining the program to you.
Formula in regards to hip hinge core exercise.
Okay. So everything is right there for you. And all of these are set up that way. So for example, beginner programs, they're not as complicated or not as wide in regards to how many templates and things that you need as hypertrophy and functional fitness. So it's a little less downloads and a little less videos in this section. So that's all of the programming that is covered. Now here's the other cool part. Everything that you need to know in regards to sets, reps, frequency, variation, all these things, those are covered in the basics portion. So for example, beginner program basics. If I click that module, there's the drop down. Now look, I have a video. So I did this very YouTube style. So I'm not giving you a drawn out like a 1.5 hour, video where you're just sort of like, ah, man, you're losing me here, right? Everything's broken up into one question, one answer type vibe. So it's very easily digestible. So here, who are beginner programs for? When is someone not a beginner? 3-minute video. How fast do beginners gain muscle? And then we get into this all the specifics you want to know. What are the best reps for beginners? What are the best amount of sets for beginners? What's the best tempo for beginners? And because I believe in using science, but talking about the practical application and not making it a textbook lecture, I actually have a download for all of the scientific references that I used in all the different videos. For hypertrophy, same thing. Look at this. Click that one, and look at all these are all videos here. How much weekly frequency for hypertrophy? I answer that and I use references. How much variety is needed for hypertrophy? That answer would surprise you. The best weight for hypertrophy, the best reps for hypertrophy. Each one of these is a different video. So you click the video, and I get into.
Don't just take my word for it.
I get into the answer. Best sets for hypertrophy, best tempo. How about using cheat reps? We got some cool stuff there. And then I have all my research references. You can see I'm using research references right here. So that's so you can check my facts. Same thing with real world strength. So you click that here and you have all of these answered. How much variety is needed for strength training? Again, that would surprise you. What's the best weight for strength training? Best reps, best sets, best tempo, best rest periods. Everything that you need to know is answered here. And I know some trainers say, oh, best for what? Well, I tell you best for what? Best for strength or best for hypertrophy? So we give you context. I always say, it depends. What's best is it depends. It depends is the start of an answer. It is not an answer. So I'm telling you what it depends on. It depends on whether they want hypertrophy, strength, or if they're a beginner or functional fitness and so forth. We cover all that and we cut right to the chase and tell you what you need to know and what you want to know to be better at programming, giving you the clear answers with references. Now, what about warm up and things like that? Well, for years, I had my best-selling practical program design mastery course, got tremendous feedback from thousands of trainers around the world. So we took the best elements of that and brought it into here in regards to the warm-up design. That's taken from PPDM. Exercise selection, semi-private and group training tutorial, and also finishers in functional fitness. That is workout finishers. That is all taken from PPDM, but the difference between PPDM and T3P is this. PPDM was the starter course, and T3P is the encyclopedia. It's the everything that I do for every goal. Now, you also need to know how to modify exercises for people that, shoulder problems, knee problems, that can't necessarily do the exact exercise maybe that's programmed as is. So that's what we have this joint-friendly strength training section for. So we cover the 3 most common painful movements that people have here. Again, you click on it, it's a video. No secrets here. And I cover it. All right, that's a pretty short video, 5-minute video. And then what I go into is alternative exercises. So knee-friendly exercises for people that have issues with, I got you not going to make you watch the whole video right here. This is just an overview, a little tour. So I explain what knee-friendly exercises are. Again, a video for shoulder-friendly exercises, back-friendly exercises. And then you have a download of an exercise list of all the knee-friendly exercises, shoulder and back-friendly exercises. So that way you can work around people's issues and you can make these easy substitutions in the program and still help them make gains while working around any pain and limitation. And also, we have this monster exercise database for you, all with hyperlinks to my YouTube channel. So you don't need any special secret accounts. You just need a YouTube account. You can use these with your clients. So, man, everything that you could want and far more is here with programming, and I will finish in the beginning here. So, I cover two main things. We cover what I call the new principles of practical program design. A lot of principles of programming, when we get into the textbooks, they sound good in textbook format, but we really just ignore them because they're really just sort of like, oh, the principle of individuality, the principle of this, principle of overload. It's all basic stuff. We get into real principles here, like things that apply to us trainers on a regular basis. And each one of those is a video in and of itself. So, for example, here, principle two, it's not about becoming stronger, or it's about becoming stronger, not mastering lifts, right? So, talking about the difference here between strength training versus powerlifting. So again, more real world stuff. And then I also get into there's some controversy about whether trainers should use periodization and whatnot. Trainers should use periodization. It's the type of periodization that they should use. Most of the traditional periodization that comes from athletes, they shouldn't be using that. So when you click on that, you have two videos here. I really simplify periodization, and then I talk about real world periodization. And again, this is for personal trainers. So everything is covered, everything you need to know about beginner programming, hypertrophy programming, strength programming, performance hypertrophy, functional fitness, and fat loss, warm up, periodization for trainers, everything and then some. And it's all divided in easily digestible videos, and everything has a document. You have workout templates, sample workout programs. And by the way, the sample workout programs, you get like 6 months of programming for hypertrophy, for strength, for performance hypertrophy, and for functional fitness and fat loss. So if you're just buying this just to see the programs I do, everything is laid out for you. All the progressions are there. When to change the workouts is there. Exactly how many sets and reps to do, and how you never have to test anybody because progress is built into all of the programs. Everything is there for you. And the exact templates that I use to design those programs, you have those templates to design your own programs. So everything is there. I give you the overview of how the whole week looks of training, 2 to 3 times a week or 4 times a week. I give you 6 months of sample programming for every goal that we cover, every goal that you could see a client for. And then we also give you the template that I use to design those programs so you can design your own endless variety of those programs. And then if you have clients who are a little bit banged up in their joints, I show you exactly how to substitute more joint friendly exercises to keep them making gains while working around pain. We got you covered. You are absolutely going to love T3P. It is by far the most practical, most comprehensive, and the absolute best resource on practical program design for personal trainers.